everybody, welcome to my channel. Stitching is Elementary. This is Vlogmas Day 6 and my name is Carolee, and look how much I have done of my Lori Holt, she calls it Scrap Your Stash. It's the plaid quilt block, I believe. Yep, I pulled it up there so I can see it. So it's her plaid quilt block tutorial, and I have almost all the rest of the blocks done as well, but I thought I'd come in here and show you it and just show you a little tip that I like to do for pressing open seams. Well, that I learned from her, but I hated pressing open seams until I did this. So you may already do this, but I thought I would show you. I also have a stitch along to tell you about that starts tomorrow that I wanted to tell you tonight in case you want to do it, since it starts tomorrow. And then I have a few other ones and some free stitchy patterns I found that I'll talk about this coming week. Okay, so I'm going to turn the camera down a little bit and just show you how I press open. So hold on, let me just, I don't want to stop it because then I have to edit this, or then my husband has to edit it, and I don't want him to have to do that tonight. So I'm just going to, it's real quick. I think you can see right there. Okay, so when you make these blocks, you know, they look like that, and she tells you to press them open. And I've always disliked pressing open a lot. I feel like it doesn't stay, and it's just a real pain, and I burn my fingers, and anyway. But the reason she has you do it, that one, let's put together, is because that way, then I can turn the blocks any way I want and put them together with any combinations next to each other without having to worry about which way these things are going. So I thought, well, that's a good reason. So I think I do want to do that. So here's what I do. I take it before I even press it at all. I don't press it to one side. I lay it down, and I use Lori Holt's rolly thing, little seam roller, which when I first got this, I was like, that's kind of a crock, but but it does actually really work well. So I just roll it, and I thought too it would take forever, but it doesn't. I just roll it so it's flat. So I do that to all of these. I just go through and do that to all of them. So I'll do the whole pile, and then I'll go to my iron and press them. So then all I have to do is just lay it down, and I press. I'll press like 3 or 4 of them. And then if you have one of these, they're great. So I'll do 3 or 4 and then do my clapper and put it on there. And then I'll start doing 3 or 4 more, and then move these, put those there, and do my clapper on them. That way I can like do this clapper 4 at a time. This absorbs the heat from the seams right after you press them with the iron, and it just makes your seams flatter. So now you see they're nice and flat. So I find that a much easier way to press the seams open, and I don't mind doing it that way. So using the roller, roll the seam open first, roll them all open, then go to your iron and press like 1, 2, or 3 at a time, and then if you have the clapper, put it on. If you don't have the clapper, you just hold the iron on a little longer to get it flatter. But this too, I wasn't sure whether it was really worth, spending money on, but it does work really nicely in that way, and it does make them flatter. So anyway, that's just my little tip for today. So let me turn us back here. Hello. Okay, so here are all of the other half of my blocks. All I have to do is sew these together with these little sashing strips, and then I will have them all pieced. So I'm really excited. So here's the problem I had today, and this is why I'm kind of late coming on today's. I was working on all these, and I realized I was not going to have enough of these 1.5 by 3.5 inch background pieces. So I thought, oh, I got this fabric at Tiny Stitches. So I went running into the quilt shop with my mask on and looked all over, and my friend Cheryl, who works there, hi Cheryl if you're watching, we were looking and looking for it, and we didn't find the bolt, but we found that we found it in a fat quarter bundle of Finnegan by Brenda Riddle. And I'm like, oh, I would buy that fat quarter bundle just for that, but I didn't want to spend all that money. And we couldn't find just a separate fat quarter anywhere, and I was like, but then I was thinking, I thought I had layer cake at home. And I did. I came home and looked, and I had a layer cake, so I have at least one of them, and I needed 14 more 1.5 by 3 inch pieces to finish, just 14. So so I think I'm gonna have enough in there now. And I ended up having an extra 2 because I counted wrong. I count wrong all the time. So I think I will have enough to finish, so yay. Yeah, so that's really all I've been doing today, just decorating a little more around the house and working on this quilt. So I hope you have had a lovely Sunday. I hope you have a wonderful work week. I'll see you a little bit each day this week with a lot of cross stitch and quilting. Not a lot finished, but a lot started. And yeah, so have a wonderful Sunday night. I feel like I'm forgetting. Oh no, I want to tell you about the cross stitch free stitch along. Okay, real quick. So Brenda Gervais, and you may already know about this, but is doing a mystery stitch along. It's called Mary and Minty, which I love that name. The Mary and Minty Mystery Stitch Along. And if you go to her Facebook page, which is With Thy Needle and Thread on Facebook, click on there, and she has a Google Doc. This is it that you can click on, and it gives you all the information, all the requirements, floss requirements, and all that. And then starting tomorrow, she's going to put up part of the pattern. So it's going to be a mystery stitch along, and it's going to go. Tomorrow will be part 1, December 9th will be part 2, December 11th part 3, and December 12th part 4. So it's a real quickie. But if you love Brenda Gervais like I do, you want to check that out for sure. So I got my flosses. These are the flosses she called for. And look, those are such pretty Brenda Gervais colors. So these are the DMCs. I didn't get them on my floss drops yet. And then she called for 2 or 3 hand-dyeds, but she does give DMC conversions for those. So it's Oscar and Avocado by Classic Colorworks and Licorice Red by Classic Colorworks. And that's all I have left, so I hope I have enough of that. So yeah, so Brenda Gervais, Mary and Minty Stitch Along. So if you're interested, check that out on her Facebook page, With Thy Needle and Thread. And it starts tomorrow. So that is it. So I hope you have a wonderful Sunday night. I will see you at some point tomorrow. Yeah. And please like and subscribe. Bye.